Mecca were pagan. The people of Mecca were pagan. But I mean, again, he doesn't know who Gabriel is, right? Because he didn't come from an Abrahamic faith. The people of Mecca were pagan.
The Quran has mentioned if this book was from other than God, they would have found in it many contradictions.
If a book is without contradictions, that has no bearing on whether it comes from God or not. I've had phone books that are inerrant, but I certainly don't think God gave them.
That we believe without understanding.
The brother asked a very important question that most of the scholars say that listening to music, watching movies, and most of the television programs, they're haram. So how can we have fun? Let me tell you, brother, at the outset that having fun is permitted in Islam as long as the fun is halal fun.
Halal fun, by having sex.
That the standard narrative has holes.
The Prophet tells us because Satan or the devil sleeps over our nostrils. Those who oversleep and not pray Fajr on time, Satan urinates in their ears.
I really do think Jesus was crucified and that he really was dead and buried. He thought that he was a son of God in the sense that he was specially chosen by God. I think Jesus really did think he was going to be the Messiah, the future king of Israel. I mean, that is, after all, why they crucified him.
Hello everyone, and peace of Christ all of you. As you see today, we are in the other account, Arabian Prophet. YouTube decided to give us a strike even before I go live. Amazing. But anyway, always remember that I will go in whatever channel. You know, I use two main channels, but there's many others just for in case. The important is we go live and we teach and people share our videos everywhere and people will follow. It doesn't really matter. If they think they can stop me, that is impossible. So today we have a gentleman. He is now here between you, and he called me actually. His daughter, she left Islam. I spoke to her, and his daughter, she said that her father, accusing me of lying to her, and he said he can prove it to her in a minute. So I spoke to them, and I spoke to him nicely. I understand he is a person. He is born into this religion, and he is trying to get his daughter back to the cult of Islam. So he said to me, "You told my daughter that the word nikah or nukah mean the F word, not marriage. If you cannot prove it, you are a liar." And my daughter, she agreed with me that she will leave Islam. So sorry, she will leave Christianity, and she will come back to Islam because she left Islam based on a lie. Now the daughter, she is not really, she did not confirm what he said that she will leave Christianity and become a Muslim again. But she wanted me, this is how I felt from her, to get her father busted. And I hope now he's listening. And his daughter is next to him, and maybe she is smiling. Now, he said, how you can prove it to us? It's impossible. There is no way the Prophet, he would say such a thing. So my friend, I want you to watch with me on the screen. The father of this lady. This is the word nikah in the Quran, as you see. It's all over in the Quran. The good thing is, this person, he don't know Arabic, but he can read. You know, I think he's maybe originally from India or something like that. So this is the word nikah. And you can take it from any verse you want. I mean, chapter 2, verse 235, chapter 2, verse number 37, chapter 4, verse number 6, chapter, whatever you want, you know. So let us copy the word nikah as it is from the screen. I'm taking a screenshot. So the one who do not speak Arabic, he just compare between the two words we will show in the screen. Look how fast I can prove to you that the word nikah mean intercourse, sex, does not mean marriage. Do you see how fast it is? The Prophet, he said, "Isna'u kulla shay'in illa nikah." The Prophet, he do everything except nikah. Okay, what does that mean? They are talking about when women, they have their menstruation. He said, do everything except sexual intercourse. And this is the Muslim translation.
Except penetration.
This is the Muslim translation. Do you see it? Okay. And this is the Arabic. So when Muhammad says, do everything except, do everything when? When women, they have menstruation. Do everything with your wives, to all your wives. Do everything else apart from sexual intercourse.
Apart from
what
nikah.
Is the word sexual intercourse translated from which word?
Nikah.
Except nikah. So my friend, the one who just we spoke to, and your daughter, it is your turn now to leave Islam. Because you said to me, I challenge you, there is no way the Prophet will teach such a teaching. And here we go. We took a screenshot for the word nikah. We are going to put them next to each other. So those who don't speak Arabic, they can read it. You see how easy it is? And this hadith is sahih, by the way. This is sahih Muslim. Even says reported by Muslim. So let us open the image, the screenshot which we took. My computer is acting weird. Okay. Let us zoom in. This is the word nikah here. And this is the word nikah here. Is it the same? It is the same. So do everything with your wife. She is your wife. You know, if Muhammad is saying do everything except marriage, I mean, he's saying to her to send to them, kiss them, touch them, play with them, fondle them, but he is saying don't marry them? Because if the word nikah mean marriage, that's mean he is saying don't marry them. So have all kind of sexual relationship with them except marrying them. And as you see here, the same repeat again. Do everything except the nikah. It's in the black, you see it? And the reason for this hadith was the word nikah has two senses. You see, my friend, how the people, they use it in two ways. If it's mean marriage, it's mean marriage. You don't say, if the word nikah mean to get married, you don't say do everything except marriage. To do what? To do with your wife. So if Muhammad used it in his time as marriage, then he should not say the same word for sexual intercourse. Do you understand? Because either it's mean marriage or it mean intercourse. As simple as that. It cannot be both. So when you say the word mean two things, I have to say that Muslims these days are using it as word mean marriage. But as you see, the word, do everything except a nikah. What nikah is sexual intercourse. And this is the Muslim translation. And as you see, this is Sahih Muslim, this is Sahih Hadith. The Muslim, they cannot say this is weak and this garbage always. They come to us. This is in Abu Dawood. And as you see here, this is Sahih. He says, read with me carefully. This is different Hadith, says, جامعوهن في البيوت واصنعوا كل شيء غير النكاح. Do you see it? Do everything in the houses with them, everything. And جامعوهن simply mean you do like sexual things, and do everything except what?
Nikah.
Intercourse. So the word nikah does not mean marriage. We don't lie, my friend. And here you need to ask yourself, in Arabic we have the word zawaj, everybody use it. If you remember, a Muslim, he said that there is a Bible translation using the word nikah. First of all, if this is true, this is a stupid translation, because he translated the Bible to the Muslims, so he put the word there, and the one who translated that copy is even from Germany, I think, or Austria. So he is obviously, he's saying, or he's translating as he learned from the Muslims. But this is a very false learning. Our Bible is not a translation. Our Bible is the original, and we don't approve such a thing. So I will be waiting for him. Until now, I did not receive anything. I will be waiting from him to confirm. Okay. Well, his daughter, she is saying, thank you very much. That was great. But I don't see anything from her father yet. He don't want to go live on air. He is a very private person. He says he don't want to be recorded and be in public and etc. And I understand. But as you see, this cannot be from God. And in the same time, Islam does not, Islam, if there is a marriage in Islam, then why divorce, why divorce does not even exist? Because when you say divorce in Islam, what is exactly the word divorce mean? Or when a Muslim, he says taliq or talaq.
Talaq.
What does it exactly mean? It's just a word you say to fire the person who's working for you. If she is really a wife, that will not be that easy. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be really hard to finish such a unity happen under the name of God. But because it is just a sexual contract, then you even send a text message, she is divorced. So what divorce is that? Is that really a divorce? No. They call it divorce because this is the system they used to. But in reality, this is nothing but an ending of contract. The woman, she get paid when she is hired. The woman, she is fired, she get paid when she is fired. And when Muhammad, he says, do everything except nikah, you need to ask yourself, he could not find a better word to use if nikah means marriage. Why he used the word marriage, word nikah for intercourse? And if the same word means two things, that is awful. Because zawaj is way more noble than intercourse. If Muhammad and the God of Muhammad, he chose the same word as intercourse to be the word to use for marriage, that means when we say marriage, we say intercourse. When we say intercourse, we say marriage. How that can be marriage then? Until now, I see nothing from the father. I guess he retreat, and his daughter, she will stay as a Christian, and yeah, she is happy with the answer. And she said, that was fast. That was so fast. Yeah, that was so fast. So, and by the way, I wanna add something. In the last video we made, we spoke about Muhammad giving the wrong name for the wife of the Pharaoh, proving to us that he is a false prophet. But when I was speaking of that mistake, I keep saying Nefertiti.
Nefertiti is wife of Pharaoh Akhenaten.
Ramses the second is Nefertiti. Her name is Nefertari. Nefertari. So by mistake, like sometimes, your tongue say a word you don't want to say. They are very close, Nefertiti and Nefertari. So the wife of Ramses the king, Ramses II, her name is Nefertari, and Muhammad, he claimed that the name of this woman is Asiya bint Hazm, and she have an Arabic name, and her father is an Arabic name, and her grandfather have an Arabic name. When this woman, as you see, she have nothing to do with the Arab. She never was an Arab. She's an African, and she is a queen of Egypt, and her father was a king too. So she is a daughter of a king. So this is not like the guy he married. Maybe he married a woman from the crowd, from somewhere. Maybe she was originally from the Jews or from the Arab. No, she is not a Jewish. She is an Egyptian. She is a daughter of a king, and her name is Nefertari. And Muhammad, he said that his God told him that he married him to 4. Asiya bint Hazm, which is supposed to Nefertari. We don't know where he got this name from, but as long Muhammad, he claimed that Allah told him that, Muslim, they cannot fix that issue. So obviously, Muhammad, he think that the man, his name is Pharaoh, this is his name. His wife claimed that her name is Asiya bint Hazm, and as we see, there's no such a thing. The woman, she's an Egyptian, and she is a queen. She is a daughter of a king, and her name is Nefertari, and her husband is King Ramses. He married her even before he became a king. So Muhammad, he lie everywhere. Muhammad have no value. Muhammad have no ethic. Muhammad hijack names. Mary, she is the daughter of Imran, and we know that Imran is the father of Moses. Abraham is a son of Azar, but Azar is a word meaning foolish in the Aramaic language, in the ancient Aramaic language. Who is Azar? You go check, you find that this is very wrong. This is stupid. Jesus, his name is Isa. Who is Isa? Muhammad, he learned from the tradition of the Jews that Maryam, the sister of Aaron, she have a son, his name is Isa. And this is, by the way, against the Bible, because in the Bible, Maryam, she never get children. She have no children. So Muhammad, as a copy-paste person, today we play a video of a sheikh. He was saying the prophet, he repeat what he hear. The prophet, he repeat what he hear. So Muhammad, he repeat what he hear. And when you repeat what you hear, you can repeat a lot of lies. Additional thing, when Muslims, we show them something, like now in this hadith here, it says sahih. But what if this hadith is daif? But it doesn't matter for the Muslim. You see, it says sahih now, you will say you are giving wrong meaning. And I am not the one translating, it's them, like it's their translation in front of us, and they say you are giving wrong interpretation, you are misguiding people. So always they have to come with such an excuse. Either it is weak, and here we ask ourselves, it's weak, what does that mean? If you are saying to me that the hadith which is weak is not accepted, so why is not accepted but it's in your book? Why you are putting it in your book to teach us what your prophet said when your prophet did not say that? So this is another deception they do in order to defend. And here again the same for the word nikah. The Muslim, they make videos to refute me, and this girl, she saw those videos and she thought, her father actually, not the girl, the father, he have a conversation with her. She said, what kind of God? He didn't say, I'm going to get married, I'm going to be effed. I'm not going to accept that. This is very filthy. This is very, marriage is something noble. Marriage is something way more than just two people having intercourse. So when Muhammad, he says, when you do things with those women, who they are your wives, supposedly, right? They are your wives. Why you are doing the nikah with them? Why you are kissing them and touching them, etc.? Because simply they are lawful for you. So, jami'uhunna, jami'u in Arabic mean to do the F word actually. But Muhammad, he is saying jami'uhunna, and he put the exception. So, like saying, do it, but don't put it in. Let us make it simple. So جامعوهن في البيوت واصنعوا كل شيء غير النكاح. And here the story is about that when the Jews, and here we send our message to this lady. Look what the Muslims, they say about the Jews and the Christians. That when among the Jews, when a woman menstruated, they ejected her from the house, and they do not eat with her, nor they do drink with her, nor they associate with her. This is absolutely false, because if you who's going to throw his wife in the street because she has menstruation? Here you see how the fiction and the lies about Christianity, about Judaism. When a woman she has menstruation, we throw her in the street. So where she goes, she sleep under the stairs. But here you notice that the Jews, even according to the Muslim and Muhammadan stories, they refuse. Did I lose connection? I don't know. They refuse to have any relationship, sexual relationship, with their wives, when she have menstruation. Muhammad, he do the opposite. Muhammad, he told his people to do the opposite. In the same time, Muhammad, he tried to fix it when he heard the Jews, they do that. But he fixed it in a very wrong way. So in the Quran here it says, you will see here Muhammad trying to copy the Jews. Here, Muhammad is trying to copy the Jews. They ask you concerning the women courses, say they are a hurt and pollution. So keep away from the women in their courses. This is what the Jews do. Do not approach them until they are clean. This is what the Jews do. But look what Muhammad did. Muhammad, he told them, well, this verse doesn't mean, we have to copy the Jews. We have to say, as they say, it's not good to go to the women and they have their menstruation, stay away from them. But you know what? Do everything except Nikah. But the verse says, stay away from them. The verse says, it's a hurt. The verse says clearly, don't have any relationship with them during that time until they are clean. Look, the verse is so clear. It says, until they are clean. But because Muhammad, he is creating his own cult, he do as he want. And then right away, look what he said. Nisa'akum harthun lakum. Your wives as a tilth into you. So approach your tilth as you or how you will. Muhammad, he considered women as the same as a ground, and you dig in the ground as you wish.
Tilth. So plow her
How
anyway
filthy is that is.
It's disgusting.
And by the way, the word nisa'akum doesn't mean wives. That's a lie. Nisa'akum mean your women. The word nisa, this is the chapter, this is why the Quran have a chapter called nisa, which mean women. So translation is false. Nisa'akum harthun lakum. Your wife is a tilth for you. So dig in your tilth as you wish. And this was about what? This is all dirty. The Jews, they refuse to have sex with women from the wrong location.
From behind.
You know what I'm saying. Muhammad, he refuted them saying, do as you wish. They are a tilth for you, so do it as you wish.
Anyway.
Then Muhammad, after that, he started copying the Jews, saying, don't do it there. Don't do it there. But if you read this one, you will see it says, those women, they are your tilth. So approach them however you will or when you will. However, how you will and however. When you want and how you want. What kind of religion this religion is? And then Muhammad, to make the ethic go bigger, he says you can lie to your wives and you can take an oath lying to them. Allah will not call you account for your thoughtlessness in your oath. Well, all liars, they are thoughtlessness in their oath. But for your intention. So a man, he swear that to his wife, he will not go to different women. His intention is to make her happy, let us say, so she will not, she will not chase him, she will not maybe take the money, she will not whatever. So look at this religion. Allah will not take you accountable for your oath, but for your intention from the oath. So what does that mean? You see how stupid it is? Allah will take you accountable not for your oath, but for the intention of your oath in your heart. So in my heart, I say Muhammad himself, he took an oath to his wife, he will not sleep again with the slave. And then Muhammad later, he decided to break his oath. So Allah, he make a verse for him. He says, why you forbid what Allah made lawful for you? And Allah will not take you accountable for your oath. So another proof that Muhammad is a fraud, have no ethic, he is teaching Muslims to lie to each other, a man lying to his husband, the man lying to his wife, the wife lying to her husband. Actually, Muhammad, he says, a Muslim can lie in 3 cases: to his wife, which means his family, and to his friends, and to his enemies. So he's left. And the excuse is good intention. Always the excuse is good intention. Well, always the liars, they have good intention. If somebody, he rob a bank, he will say, I have good intention, I am poor. I'm going to give some money for a mosque. Good intention. Okay, somebody attack a woman, he rape her because he want to have more baby to spread Islam. This is good intention. I take an oath. I take an oath that the Quran is telling the truth, and the Christian prince is lying. Even the Christian prince is saying the truth, but my intention is good to defend Islam. So I can take an oath, false oath, because my intention is good. So this is a very satanic cult, and there is no way that this can be from God, right? And then you will see here, Muhammad here, he says, when you take an oath of your wife, let us say, you decide to say something, divorced him, let us say. Stay away from them 4 months. Muhammad later, he changed it. It became a 3 month. I mean, what kind of God this God is? It's 3 months, it's 4 months. When a man, he divorces his wife, if the divorces exist, as you see, he have to stay from the wife for 3 months. Why? To be sure that she is not carrying a baby. What kind of God he do not know that if a woman, she have menstruation already, she don't have a baby? Why he need to have 3 months to wait? And then Muhammad, he make it more filthy. He says the divorce is twice. Okay, what does that mean? After that, if the divorce happened, the woman, she cannot go back to her husband unless she do nikah. And here again, we can prove that the word nikah means the intercourse. Read carefully. So if he divorced her, she is not lawful for him until she do nikah to a new husband. She do what? She do nikah to a new husband. حتى تنكح زوجا غيره. So she will not be able to go back to the previous husband unless she go and do nikah to the new husband. And this is in total agreement with the word nikah we showed you in the hadith. If you remember, in the other hadith where Muhammad supported a man, he did beat his wife because she refused to do nikah with him. The man, he did beat his wife because simply she didn't want to sleep with him. And then Muhammad, he said to the women, well, if your intention to go back to your previous husband, you should know that you cannot go back to your husband until you do nikah to this new husband. This is the word nikah. So if the word nikah means marriage, she is already married to this guy, but she is not doing nikah to him. Right? She's already married. She is already wife of this guy, Abdul Rahman. But Muhammad saying to her, well, you cannot go back to Rif'a unless you do nikah to the new husband Rif'a. Sorry, new husband Abdul Rahman. So what the condition is to go back is to do nikah, and Muhammad actually make it more ugly. You see here they are translating saying the word sexual intercourse, but in fact Muhammad, he did not use really the word sexual intercourse. He used the word, you taste his orgasm and she tastes your orgasm. Here it says, حتى يذوق من عسيلتك, until he tastes from your orgasm. You go to the dictionary and you will see that the word usayla mean orgasm. And here the Muslim, they translated, until your husband consummate your marriage. What does that mean? So you see, so the word nikah does not mean marriage. The word nikah mean the F word. And here again, Muhammad, he keeps saying, you are not lawful for the previous husband unless he tastes the new husband, he do nikah to you, and he tastes your orgasm and you taste his orgasm. And as you see, all of this is a very authentic hadith. So I hope I don't hear anything from this gentleman, like he don't have any argument no more. He was really upset, and he screamed. He says, you did lie to my daughter. And his daughter, she said to him, no, he did not, in front of his face. And he said, well, let us see if he can prove it. Let us, he was taking advantage of you because you do not know, you are not knowledgeable, and you don't, you don't know much about Islam, and etc. So the challenge is accepted, and the answer is given. And the father obviously retreated, and he discovered that his prophet is obviously a perverted man.